What's up everybody, it's your boy here, gringhoez, and today's video guys, I'm gonna teach you how to set up Blender for intros. And right now, it's not gonna be a good quality rendering or anything like that. It's gonna be very messy around and you don't know what to do. So to start off, to get ready for making a good quality intro, 60 FPS, I'm gonna teach you through how to set this up. So let's start off with this camera here settings. Since this is like the graphic settings and everything, how it's gonna look, so you can just start off by making this from 50% to 100%. Then we go to frame rate, we put that to 60 FPS, and what 60 FPS does is that it makes the intro much smoother, but the frames are a lot longer. From like 23 frames, that would be like 250 normal intro. 60 FPS would be like maybe like 700 frames or 600 frames because it makes it a lot more smoother. So we can just basically put this to like 600 like normally like that because this songs usually will be around there. Hard to explain, you'll understand one day. And then we set this to cycles render. I almost forgot, but whatever. Put that to cycles render and put this to 16 and 25. Then we go to sampling, and this can be 15 and 98. I always go for that. Then 128. Render should be 128 to get the very good quality in cycles render, because this makes it like those noisy things, those small dots get away. So put it above 50 at least. I used 128 since I think my computer can handle that. So yeah, no big of a deal with that. Let's just close everything here since we didn't need it. Then we're gonna go into light paths. I put this to 128. Then I copy, paste, paste, and filter glosses to 2. That's what I do. Performance, persistence, images, and transparent. So now I think we got everything set up in this menu for making intros. Now we're gonna set up basically the view here inside of here, and that's a pretty important view. How like we're gonna set up the camera, because the camera is the most important part in intros. It must be very smooth movements, or it's gonna look very very dizzy. It's gonna look terrible. To be honest, everyone does that in the beginning. I can't really guarantee you're gonna be very good at the camera with the camera in the beginning, because it's gonna be like RX and that stuff to like rotate and shit. So yeah, it's gonna be really hard. It's keybinds you use to move around. So yeah. So you can start off by right click on a cube, delete it. Same with the light here, the lamp. It's terrible since it does nothing. It just lights it up. Nothing in the scene at the moment, but if we just add a plane, it's terrible lightning, you see. So I don't really recommend this lamp. So remove it, and you're not gonna remove this one. You're gonna click 1 on your numpad, okay? So click 1, and then you're gonna hold Control Alt and 0. You're gonna move your camera to your view, the view you have at the moment. You're gonna move your camera to that view. That's really cool. So now we have the camera in the middle, and this is the cursor. If you put it right here and add object, it will spawn where the object will spawn where the cursor is. So it's not too hard. So just hold Shift S and go to center and never left click again, and no problems will be cured. I don't know. So now we have come pretty far. We have done a really nice setup. Now we're gonna go Shift A if you didn't know how to set up this menu. We're gonna go to empty and put in a cube, size it up a little, right click on a camera, hold shift and right click on a cube. So now we have 2 items selected, hold control, hold control and click P and click object, right there. Now we right click this one, we can move the camera through just moving the cube. This will allow us to do a lot more smoother movements, since animating only the camera will give us results that are terrible. You may see on my old intros how I move the camera. It doesn't look really good, and you can look at my new intros, it looks a lot better. So this is my strategy, how I use it. And if you want to rotate, you click R, and then Y if you want to go to side, and if you want to rotate up or go up like this, you click RX. If you want to go to side, R Z. So it's not so terribly hard. So yeah, that's all you need to know basically. Or if you don't want to learn GX to side, GY, I think that's, yeah, back and forward, and GZ is up and down. So nothing harder than that. There was some small instructions how to use the camera. And now we're just gonna add a text. Make sure the cursor in the middle. So we're just gonna go text RX 90 degrees, size it up, boom. So in our project soon, we will have a text added once we open Blender. So this is how you start it off, basically. Put this one a little more in the middle like that. Call it name. I don't know what you guys want to call it normally when you go into Blender, but that looks good according to me. So name, then I just choose my name. Then we might want to change the theme because this looks a little, it makes me throw up. So go File, User Preferences. It will bring up a menu with just a lot of settings for Blender. This is not any. This is settings for like you can all. It's really hard to explain, but here's add-ons. You can put in stuff here, and if you're gonna go over to Adobe After Effects soon, you want to have the camera in Adobe. Type in Adobe here. Click this one. Boom. Save user settings, and problem solved. Nothing harder than that. But this is if you need your camera in AE, which a lot of people need if they're gonna make particles and smokes and that stuff. I'm gonna go in more to detail how to use that soon. Then here, themes, presets. I usually have this one because it looks good. You can also download through the internet and click install theme. You shows the theme you installed from the internet. It's a very good website where you can find this. I don't know where it is or what website. What's it called? The website called. I don't know what it's called anymore. So you can just look up on internet. You'll find some awesome themes. But this is just a pre-made from Blender. It's very nice and smooth. Makes me happy in a way. And of course you can make your own theme here, but that'll take like I don't know 4 hours maybe if you want to go through everything and make it just perfect. It'll take a very long time. So now I wanted to look at this Adobe thing. Usually when you move your camera, you do this, blah blah, go around the text, boom, do those kind of stuff. You might want to put that into AE because when you like basically import your video after you have rendered it here, and you see that it moves around but the smoke in the background doesn't, this will solve your problem. So just right click on the camera, right click on the cube, we'll hold shift and right click and then go File, Export, Adobe After Effects, and then you run script files in the file menu in AE, and that will make a new competition with the camera in. Not harder than that. Okay, so now you're gonna go down here and click Lockrate Scale and put this no sync to AV Sync. What AV Sync does is that if your computer isn't good enough to render the whole intro, it won't make it stop like on the displays and just continue like slowly render it. Just go down to lower FPS and continue on the speed it should, and you'll see very good results by that, and you'll see the intro work clearly. And this Lockrate Scale means that you click I, you automatically do lock and rot scale. You do all the three at the same time, then it'll just do it immediately for you. Like you won't get up this menu. You see, if I click I, it will just automatically just do it. You don't need to click on the thing, on the like thing you want to, because it pops up like a menu. You select like Lockrate Scale, but it just does it as automatically. So that's very nice. Now we're gonna go over to a little more advanced stuff. We're gonna drag a panel out to the left here. You see this thing here, and don't ruin this now. Make sure to do it right. Now we got two screens here, and that's very useful sometimes if you wanna look at materials. You go here, oh really nice, simple, instead of just going into UV editing here. You have everything set up here. When you're gonna import your audio, you can just go here instead of going in I have no idea where, but you can just access everything on another screen. So that's very useful. I use it like 90% of my intro making when I make an intro. So very useful. Now we're gonna drag another one up here, change this one to Dope Sheet. What Dope Sheet does is that if you make I'm gonna show an example. So if I make a keyframe for that one, go to 50, go up, and now it goes up 50 frames, just up. And what about if I wanted to change it to 40? Oh, I must remove the frame or the keyframe. No, you don't have to. Just go here, click G, drag it back to the frame you wanted it to be on, like 25 right here, and now it's 25 and it's perfect. That's not harder than that. You can remove your keys without just clicking control set, just going back, undo, undo, and that kind of stuff. You can just access the deep sheet or dope sheet, whatever it's called, and do this very simply. So yeah, now we're done. Doesn't that sound amazing? Finally, we're done. So this is basically my setup now. You guys may want this to apply immediately when you start up Blender. So I'll show you what I mean. So basically, go up to File and click Save Startup File. Then it'll just ask you for your permission, okay? And click Save Startup File. You can also access that by just clicking Control U, but just click. Boom. And now it's going to be saved. So if I would go out of Blender, in Blender, it would boot up with the settings we had. So, but make sure to not have this set like a keyframe here. I'm just gonna remove that now. But hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. It was a quick, simple tutorial how to set up Blender for intro making. So yeah, please like the video and comment in the comment field if you want more of those videos. And I'm not really gonna make more of these videos because why not just show me what I can, show you guys what I can, and I'll make you guys happy because a lot of people are looking for intro makers that making videos on how to make intros. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.